Good Wednesday morning to you, Team Omega. So I told you in the assignments on Google Classroom that you needed to answer a question from me. So I'm going to go through and answer 3 of these, and then I'm going to leave one of them for you to answer. And I want to make sure that we know this. I had a couple of students emailing me saying that they didn't understand how to change a fraction to a percent. So let me go ahead and explain that. The key right here is that on every one of these, you need to change the denominator. It cannot be 25, 25, or 50. The denominator needs to be 100 when we're talking about percent. So I'm going to make the denominator 100, and then I have to ask myself, what did I multiply the first denominator by to get to 100? Well, I took 25 times 4 to get here. So if I multiply the 25 times 4, I need to take the numerator times 4 as well. That is the trick every single time, is that you need to get the denominator to 100. 22 times 4 is 88. And once I have 88 hundredths, percentage is always based on 100 or 100ths. So I now have 88%. So there's nothing too terribly tricky about that. It doesn't always work out beautifully that you can get to a denominator of 100, but for today's purposes, they all can get to 100. So let's jump over here and look at this one right here. Again, I need the denominator to be 100 in order for me to easily find a percent. So to get from 20 to 100, I needed to multiply by 5. So I take 20 times 5 and I get 100. Then up here on the top, I need to take it times 5 as well. And 16 times 5 equals 80. And 80 hundredths equals 80%, because percentage is always based on hundredths. So when I have 80 hundredths, I have 80%. I'm going to skip over this one right here to the right, the 4/5, because that's going to be for a later moment. And then down here, to jump from 50 to 100, that's pretty simple. I just needed to multiply by 2. That means on the top, I need to also multiply by 2. And I want to take 47 times 2. And when I do that, I get 94, I believe. 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1. So I get 94. And that would give me 94% because I have 94 hundredths. And we have to get the denominator to 100. Sometimes that doesn't work and you have to use a calculator. If you had 17 over 18, then 18 does not fit into 100 perfectly. So you would have to do a different method, and you could use a calculator and do 17 divided by 18 and then go to the hundredths place. And since there's 2 zeros in 100, you would go over 2 places. So, but on this problem, it worked out. 50 times 2 is 100, 47 times 2 is 94, so that equals 94%. And the last problem of the day is your problem to solve and to email me the answer to. You're going to have another video that also has a question in it. Please just send me 1 email instead of 2. So what you need to do for today, it's very simple. Today's assignment is very, very, very simple. Solve this, and in your email to me, show me work similar to these other 3 problems, and email me the answer to this. My email address is kpar@gccschools.com. It's also over here. I put my email address right there. If you do not send me an email, you get no points for today. I have to get an email from you. Your problem of the day is to solve 4/5. Change it to a percent for me. I'll see you guys in the other video in just a minute.